What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Bought In Podcast. We appreciate you tuning in. Please leave a like, a comment, subscribe. We're here talking about the wild card weekend, super wild card weekend. I believe my boy just called it.
Playoffs, here we fucking go.
Exactly.
About time.
What you got?
We got some AFC matchups that we'll talk about first, and then we'll go on to the NFC. Leading it off, Baltimore versus Cincinnati. They just played last week. It's going to be a close game, I think, with Lamar back if he does play. In my opinion, he shouldn't play, but I'm going to go ahead and roll with Cincinnati. What do you got, big dog?
I'm going Cincy as well. Joe Burr, about to take care of business.
Joe Shiesty, man.
Joe Shiesty, dog. I don't know, man. Just that offense, when it comes to playoff time, who's going to stop them, bro? Like, the Cincinnati Bengals are that team right now, bro. I got them making a big run here coming up. Their offensive linemen, they got a couple injuries. Your guys' boy Leo Collins, he's out for the year. So
Doesn't surprise me,
and
unfortunately.
then they got another offensive line issue, but I think they'll take care of business against Baltimore to keep it short.
Yeah, so you looking at me like I'm next? Is that what's going on? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're a hot team right now. I think they're kind of left off from last year. They're gonna roll. They know where they need to be. They know where they got to go, and they know this is the first step. So I'm going Baltimore in this one. Cincinnati.
Clean sweep on Cincinnati for that first game.
First playoff game, clean sweep.
Yeah, we got Miami, Buffalo, a rematch from earlier in the season. I think it's going to be a great game. I'm really excited to see just the matchups across the board. With that being said, I really hope Tua plays. Whether he plays or not, I just don't think that Miami's going to be able to do enough. When I watched Buffalo play last week, it seems that they just do what they want when they want to do it. Yeah. And it's very impressive. Josh Allen throwing from opposite hash marks, 50 yards across his body, flat-footed. I mean, that's just fucking special stuff. So I'm going to roll with Buffalo. My heart's with Miami, but my wallet's with Buffalo.
Pretty much same damn thing, man. Like, I think all three of us are kind of low-key rooting for Miami just because the story behind it. First year McDaniel, you know what I mean? Tua, everything he's been through. You hope the kid gets through and gets to play in a playoff game.
Right.
Anytime it's a third matchup between teams, it's really 50-50 in the air, regardless if Tua does play or not. I think even Teddy B could, give him a ball game. I think if Miami does win, their defense is going to have to play a fucking stellar game.
Yeah.
Like lights out type of game, couple turnovers, which is possible, dude. Josh Allen, he's been turning it over in the red zone a lot. You just never know when it's a third matchup. And I don't know, man. My heart's with Miami. My wallet literally is with Miami. At the beginning of the season, I threw a little something on them, but I just see Buffalo squeaking by for sure, bro. Either in a blowout fashion or a real close game.
I'd like to see Miami win. I think Tua needs more time in this part of the season.
Yeah.
He's gonna find out that that they play different ball. There's a different speed. They're hitting. There's less flags.
Yeah.
But they're there in the fourth quarter. It seems like. But all that stuff, it all changes now in this playoffs. It's not a regular season game.
Nope.
So with that being said, I believe Josh Allen, like Michael said, they do what they want when they want, and it is impressive. But I've seen it before. Don't let this fool you guys. I've seen this before from Buffalo back in the 90s when they won those 4 Super Bowls. They did what they wanted all the time. I think it was called the run and shoot offense or something back then. And so don't be fooled about them. I'm telling you. I'm going Miami. I'm picking Miami in this one because I think they're gonna take this one. They're gonna sneak this. I think Mostert is gonna take over this game.
That was what I was going to say.
They're gonna take over this game. They're gonna keep Josh Allen off the field because that's the only way they can win.
If they can run
I'm gonna go with that.
They got to run.
If Miami can run the ball, which they have to run the ball, if they can have the time of possession battle, which they didn't have, I believe, the first time they played when Miami won. I think Buffalo had the ball for 30 minutes. Miami had it for 10 or something like that.
If they're able to control the run to where they keep them honest and they can get some good play action in there with Waddle and Tyreek, fuck, bro.
Yeah, it's deadly. It's deadly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe Tua starts using his legs too. You never know.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel's really got to bust out the playbook. He's got to open it up.
You remember that 49er offense that just ran the ball 12 straight runs in a row?
Yeah, I want to see him commit to that shit.
I can see that happening here.
Can't commit to it if it doesn't work right away. Which, I'm not scared of Buffalo's defense, but they're good. You know what I mean? They're above average.
They're just lucky that Von Miller's not out there.
Yes, I agree with that. Next game coming up, we got the Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. We got a very, very good game here. 4th seed versus 5th seed. I'm going to let you lead this one off, brother. What you got?
I really like this game. This two like opposite side of the spectrum coaches, like his name's Joe Staley, right?
Yeah.
He's not Joe Staley's the fucking
The tackle. You're talking about the tackle.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about?
Brandon Staley.
Staley.
For the Chargers, their coach. He's like on the we fucking need to win a playoff game if I'm gonna keep my job kind of spectrum. And Dougie P's all sitting comfy like, hey, fuck Urban Meyer, right? Look what I did in 1 year. He's got Trevor Lawrence and the boys balling out. They're bought in on Dougie P.
They're definitely bought in.
I would not be surprised if Jacksonville wiped their fucking nose like they did in the regular season. They already beat the Chargers once.
Yep.
And the Chargers just seem to be a team that towards the end of the game, they just let you down. And then they got Mike Williams hurt in the last game. That's fucked.
Bosa's hurt too, no?
Did he get hurt
I
again?
believe Bosa's hurt too, bro.
Wow.
Well, that's bad, man. So
Yeah.
I could see Jacksonville winning. I think Chargers are going to win. If you told me to put your money on it, gun to my head, I'm putting the Chargers. But just for the video's sake and where I'm picking, I'm going to go with the Jags with this one.
That's a good one. I got the Chargers. The Chargers have been letting me down all season. I was looking at this team as one of the top 2 this year.
Juggernaut, bro.
Right? The way they played last year and that matchup they had against the Cowboys in week 2, it was an unbelievable matchup. Thought it was going to be a Super Bowl preview, but
Key term last year.
like Dalton says here, man, they seem to let you down. So what's that tell you? That they're not headstrong yet. You know, they're not headstrong yet.
Jacksonville is.
So and then Jacksonville is because of their coach.
Yep.
And that quarterback, he is slinging it
Yep.
with the long hair. He's got swag.
He's starting to play.
Keep it up, man.
He's hyped up to be.
I asked Brenda, I go, who's got the better hair, Herbert or Lawrence? And she goes, that guy, Lawrence.
I'd say Herbert's looks cooler, but
That's funny.
I'm going to take the Chargers on this one because I believe that they have, they got a good running game. Their quarterback. I like Hebert. You can't predict what he's going to do either, because that guy he look like he's ready to run. He'll throw it in some goofy off way and his feet are in. So
he's a beast.
I'm rolling with Chargers. I think they'll make it to the next level.
Like Pops brought up, last year's Chargers Week 2 game with the Cowboys. That game was really decided by flags, in my opinion. Both teams played great. But when it all comes down to it, ever since that game, I've really been rooting for the Chargers in a way, just because I really wanted us to see each other at the end somehow, some way. I don't know if that's going to happen. I do have the Chargers written down here, but I had a feeling that me and my boy were going to be on the same page. The Chargers are lacking a Dougie P. The Jaguars are rolling. I really think that their run game is underrated. Trevor Lawrence is out there balling. Their defense, they get it done when they need to, pick six, whatever it may be. With that being said, I'm going to roll with the Jaguars. I was hoping he was going to roll with the Chargers so that we could run a case on it, because I was going to roll Jags.
I still might.
But with that being said, Jags are rolling. They're hot. They're a young team. They're bought in on their coach, and you can't ask for anything else from an organization. So, go Jacksonville, go, baby. I told him yesterday, what if Jacksonville makes a run at this thing, It would almost be more special than what the Bengals did last year.
I'm gonna throw something out there, too. Last time the Jaguars were in the playoffs, who won the Super Bowl?
What was it, you guys?
Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, keep that in mind. I like that stat.
Hey, man, it is what it
you
is.
guys the 6th seed, too?
Fuck no, number 1 seed, too, just like this year.
Were you?
Yeah,
Were you? Okay.
17.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, history.
That week off helps.
We need it, bro.
They need it right now.
We'll get into it. We'll
Yeah,
get into
100%.
it.
With that being said, that wraps up everything for the AFC. We got the NFC coming up.
Well, let's talk about the Chiefs with that 1 seed. Let's bring them up with AFC.
Well, who do you think the Chiefs are going to get? Let's go with that.
So it looks like if Buffalo beats Miami, they'll get the Bengals, because we think Bengals are gonna win. So it'd be Kansas City versus the Chargers, or the Jags. So I think either one of those teams, Chiefs, are gonna roll the fuck over when it comes to playoff time.
Unfortunately, I think
when it comes to playoff football, you know what I mean.
Mahomes will lace up Trevor Lawrence, and Trevor Lawrence will take those teachings in the next year. You know,
Yeah.
That's how it works.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
But I really just see the Kansas City coming out the AFC in general.
Same.
You know, if Buffalo looks shaky against Miami,
Bengals and Buffalo can beat them.
they can, and I believe they both have this year.
Bengals are 3-0 against them.
Exactly. So, you know, if Buffalo looks shaky, I think against Miami, Cincinnati may pull through to the AFC Championship, and we'll see a fourth game against Burrow and Mahomes.
Yeah.
And with that being said, hell, it'd be hard pressed to bet against Burrow in that one. I'm a big fan of Burrow. I think he's the best.
I think if it came down to Bengals, Kansas City, I'd put my money with Burrow.
Oh yeah, especially if they're the dogs.
With Shiesty.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. No, that one's a AFC. Great games, great potential matchups. I'm loving it.
Second round's gonna be beautiful with that shit.
Definitely. The NFC, on the other hand, I think we're all a little biased in a way on what we want to see and, you know, who we want to pan out as far as, you know, seeing the divisional round, NFC Championship. But we'll kick it off with the New York Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings. I believe it's going to be a great game. I actually think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think when Saquon wants to take a game over, he does it easily. I think Danny Dimes is throwing dimes right now. They got that Dayball's got that team rolling. At the end of the day, I just don't think Giants have a secondary to be able to compete with Thielen and Jefferson. And I don't know if Cook is injured. I know he got injured last week, so I don't know if he's in or out. But with that being said, I don't think it's going to make a difference. Minnesota's defense just has to show up.
For sure.
If they show up, you know, game over. Game over for sure. So I'm taking Minnesota on that one.
I'm going Minnesota as well. I think, you know, don't sleep on the Giants, obviously. I don't think anyone's just kind of, like, pushing that over. I think the national media is. If, like, we're being honest, everyone thinks Minnesota.
Sleeping on them? Yeah,
everyone thinks Minnesota's going to blow them out, but, like, none of us sitting here are going to be surprised if the Giants beat them. They already played this year, and a 61-yard field goal was the deciding factor of who won that game.
Yes, sir.
So you never know. There's not going to be a weather factor. It's going to be in Minnesota, so it's indoors, so there's nothing like that. You know what I mean? But I do think Minnesota pulls it off, just like you said. I just don't think their secondary and the Giants has enough to make up for what the Vikings are going to put out there.
I watched this team from New York develop all year. Yeah, bias. You bring out bias. Didn't want to see them succeed, but they did. They were doing it. They were doing it. They were doing it. And I'm like, wow.
I picked them
this
last
coach,
place.
Yeah, this coach had them playing.
Yeah, we were straight hating on the Giants at the beginning of the year. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we were. And I tell you, and there's certain things about coaches, and if you're a coach and you can get these men to buy in and play for you,
it's a fucking wrap.
You get these young men with their adrenaline going, and you get them the money, and they have everything going, and their bosses are cool.
Yeah.
When you got cool bosses,
fuck yeah,
shit just rolls, baby.
Any profession.
Right? Exactly. Thank you, dog. Any profession. So that's what you're seeing over there in New York and in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota, they changed everything.
Two first-year coaches.
Yes, they changed everything.
Hey, kudos to y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great job.
You guys got the vibe into the men's head. I love it. I love seeing it. You guys did a great job. This game should have been later. I see the Giants advancing if their running game can take over, just the same way as beating, you know, the Chiefs. If you keep Mahomes off the field, you're gonna win.
It's the only way.
It's the way to beat the Eagles. You beat the Eagles by keeping Jalen off the field, right? You keep Minnesota's high-powered offense, Jefferson, quarterbacks, all of them, okay, running backs, everything, they're all hot. You keep them off the field, the Giants have a shot to win. I'm going to call an upset and say the Giants beat them.
I don't think Thibodeau's enough. I don't think Thibodeau's enough.
I can't even, I'm going to be straight, bro.
Yeah, who else can you name?
I've watched them 3 games. I cannot tell you anyone on their defense, bro, besides Landon Collins, and he's probably one of their weakest links.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the defense that beats him. It's going to be the offense that beats him.
Daniel Jones got to have a game of his
Daniel
fucking
Jones
life.
is going to run for his life, and when that boy gets running,
Yeah,
he's
special.
hard to stop. He does 6-yard strides when he's going. So, like you said, weather's not going to be a factor. There's not going to be sunlight blinding the wide receivers in the end zone or anything like that.
Yep.
So, I'm rolling with Giants.
There you have it. I like it. No complaints on that. Next one coming up, we got Seattle versus San Francisco. I'm going to say right off tops, I would love nothing more than to see Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks roll into Santa Clara, and just beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah.
I know it ain't going to happen. I will say Seattle's got a great chance. Geno's got to play his best game of his life. He's got to be a great game manager. You can't have any turnovers, and you got to win the time of possession battle. Especially with the way San Francisco runs the ball. So with that being said, it's very funny. It's almost like the Miami Buffalo. My heart's with Seattle, but my wallet's with San Francisco. Unfortunately, I'm wrong, San Francisco.
I'm kind of on the same page with you. I think exactly like you said, if Geno was to win this game and Seattle's to win this game, their run game's going to have to be outstanding with Kenneth Walker. One key stat that won't pop up or anything like that, but would be extremely crucial in Seattle's favor is throwing the ball away and not taking sacks. You take fucked up sacks and you back yourself up in a position to where the pass rushers of the Niners are just knowing that they're fucking loose on long distance. They're going to tee off on them all game long. It's not like Seattle has a dominant O-line.
No, they don't.
So they got to make sure they're staying in favorable downs, second and medium, second and short, third and short. And that's their only shot, really. But I'm rolling San Francisco.
Seattle, San Francisco. I'd like to see Seattle Seahawks walk into Santa Clara and beat the brakes off of myself.
I love it.
There's something about this old 73, 74-year-old coach that made the playoffs without this quarterback that he lost. He got that team playing. He got him going playing. He's got him playing ball. He got him.
Carroll too.
Yeah, Pete Carroll. Hey.
Yeah, kudos, man. Yeah, you proved a point without having that diva in your locker room, and I respect it.
Yeah. I tell you.
Hey, bro. Team 3, dog.
Do me a favor. Get this Seattle Seahawks team playing. Do whatever you got to do. Go in there and beat the brakes off San Francisco. I'm rooting for Seattle.
We all want to see it.
I'm going for Seattle. I see another upset.
There you go. You
I see another upset.
NFC just completely biased.
Biased,
This guy,
bro.
I see an upset.
Yeah, that's why I'm just being as honest as I can be. And
It's okay, because I'm going to be pretty biased on this next one.
Speaking about honesty, we're rolling into the next game. Tampa Tom and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Dallas Cowboys.
It's an upset.
And Dak Prescott, who just loves to throw them pick sixes lately. With that being said, man, diehard Cowboys fan. We got some injuries. We got some guys coming back.
Cooper Rush starting this game?
Cooper Rush may just play after we blow him out the door.
Yes,
By the third quarter, he might just go in there and just be a.
Hey, what was the media saying? If Cooper Rush played Tampa, they would have won, or they would have done a lot better.
Oh, a lot of people were.
Hey,
saying
let's
that.
see it.
Nah, but that's not
Let's
the case.
see it, Jerry.
We couldn't beat Joe Cooper, bro. So, I mean, at the end of the day,
We all know.
Minshew
sucks.
threw up a
Same
better
every
game
time.
than Cooper did as far as backup versus starter type of deal. If you want to go there,
I'll save you the time. I'll
Hey.
take Cooper Rush over Gardner.
100%. But with that being said,
I'd take Gardner Minshew over
Fuck no.
Cooper Rush
Fuck no.
any day.
We'll save
day.
We'll save that for a funny conversation.
Jerry, make the trade.
Fuck that.
y'all
Make him shave his mustache first, though, before
Y'all
he
are-
comes into the building.
y'all are
That's
going
his
up.
magic. He's lost after that.
Well, they left all the mustaches in Jacksonville, all his Mushu mustaches.
Yeah, he can't even
Yeah.
look himself in the mirror anymore.
Oh, my Lord.
You guys are too funny.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Tampa Tom is gonna slaughter the Dallas Cowboys in Tampa. Book it. Godwin's going off for 120,
Is Julio playing?
probably for a couple plays.
Probably for just
Probably a couple plays.
just a touchdown or two.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm gonna roll with Dallas. I love the point spread as well. We're a 3-point favorite.
Let's get a score. Let's get a score.
Let's get a score. Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you're gonna talk about score, I'm gonna roll with a random one, 27-21.
I like it. I was kind of pretty much gonna put it there. I I don't think any of these two teams get out of this game without kicking a field goal. So I don't see like a 21 or 28. I see it being like some fucking weird ass score, like 23-19 or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's why I went with the 27-20. I could see us scoring 3 tubs, them scoring 3 tubs, and 2 field goals icing it. And them having a chance to come back, a last drive, and our defense stepping up. You know, so I hope that's the way it goes because our defense needs to step up. I tried to run 3 cases. My boy only wanted to run 1.
I
so.
can't do it. Tom, I'm putting all my confidence in you this game, but my boy, you look like shit.
Hey, bro, Woo. I'm going to say both quarterbacks are playing like shit right now.
Really
if you had to bet against one, it's the one that's wearing the stars.
It's with the shit bowl. Let's see what goes down.
No shit. But with that being said, man, enough bad talk about my boys. Dak, it's time to go out there, prove that you can be, QB1 in this league.
Hey, one thing we've been talking about too is all these quarterbacks need to have the best game of their life. Dak needs to have the best game of his fucking life right here, bro.
Hey, bro, Dak typically has the best games of his life against Tampa. We just can't beat him.
He didn't play too good against them that last
time. He got injured too, bro.
And then the
first game, he fucking balled out.
They did all right.
Season opener last year.
Yeah.
With that being said, man, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a real good one. It's on Monday night. Unfortunately, gonna have to cancel a practice here and there to be able to watch the game. But Dallas, book it. We're going to the divisional round. We'll see you, Philly. We'll see you.
No, because the Giants are going to beat Minnesota. So.
Well, then we'll see fucking San Francisco, and we'll be in Santa Clara watching.
We'll be in Santa Clara, and guess who's going back? Me.
I hope we get the Giants,
yeah.
Bro. I hope we get the Giants.
I'm taking the Cowboys on this one. We've never beat Tom Brady. I believe we're going to retire him. We're going to retire him in fashion. It's going to be a field goal. It's going to be 33-30. We're going to end up taking a long, I'm going to say, 6-minute drive at the end, and Maher is going to chip about a 30-yarder just to win it.
Sounds like a stressful game.
Yes,
man.
Very stressful. Nail biting.
Yeah.
10 times to the bathroom. 2 packs of cigarettes.
I can see it going like this. Mike Evans, catch, into the end zone. But did he catch it? It looks like it hit the ground. Mike McCarthy staring at the fucking screen looking like an idiot.
Go!
Every Cowboys Nation fan, challenge it, it hit the fucking ground. And Mike just stares and stares and stares, and Tom Brady runs up on the line.
And then at the same
game.
And while that's all happening, Dan Quinn's on the phone with an interview.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's like, Jerry, I said I'd give Mike another year. I felt bad for the fat fuck, but we gotta get him out of here smashing watermelons and shit. And
if we lose in a fashion like that, if it comes down to McCarthy making some bad calls,
he's gone.
Then expect our defensive coordinator to be our head coach next year. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah, you guys got to think positive.
I got to tell you, we've won 12 games in 2 seasons. That hasn't been done since we won the Super Bowl. Okay? It hasn't been done since we won the Super Bowl. So, we are improving. We are getting better. And I think what you see with this Dak pick sixes and all that stuff, I seen what we had to do last week. Didn't see the game, but I watched the highlights. We had to score before the half. We know how to do that. We know how to score with a minute left this year. We are good at it this year. Okay? So don't put us in that position to win the game because we'll win it. Okay? 2, our field goal kicker. He missed something last week that he hasn't done all season long.
Chip shots, bro, he was missing.
So I blame it on the field.
Extra point. Well, but yeah, I was just going to say, their field goal kicker was missing field goals too.
Yeah, the field over there at this time is bad.
It's probably windy.
It's bad over there. So, I believe it's going to be 33-30, like I said. 5 minutes to go. Final drive. CeeDee Lamb's going to come big. You're going to see CeeDee Lamb. You're going to see Prescott run it. You're going to see Tony Pollard run it. You're going to see Zeke run it. Zeke run it. Zeke run it. Zeke run it. And then it's going to be a field goal. But if they miss tackle on the Zeke, he's scoring.
I'm not going to say we necessarily need to own the time of possession, but I'm going to say that we have to have the run game on lock. I don't think their defense, as far as Tampa goes, isn't really playing that well. You know, they just got blown out by Atlanta. We just got blown out by
Washington. How
we
played the Eagles is how we have to play this game. Every time we have the ball, we have to score.
You gotta get in Tom's head. You gotta frustrate him. You run the ball, keep him off the field, and then when he is on the field, you get that fucker a couple 3 and outs, he starts getting fucking pissed. He starts yelling at people.
Micah has gotta fucking pull that sand out of his fucking vagina and fucking start going, bro.
I call it mac and cheese.
Put
You
the
all
fucking-
love mac and cheese,
Put the
aren't
fucking
you?
mac and cheese to the
You
side.
know the mac and cheese?
And go get that money, bro. I need
Come
to
on,
see that
number
4-4
11.
speed around the fucking corner. You need to get that
Yeah,
motherfucking tone,
you've
bro.
been saving it or something. I hope you've been saving it.
Micah, I thought you were Lawrence Taylor, bro. Hassan Reddick's got better stats than you, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's
Cowboys
not
fans were talking all this shit about Hassan Reddick. He's just a guy.
Hey, I
ain't
wasn't talking shit
nothing.
about
I don't
Hassan.
even know who that is.
I didn't
all
know
this
who he was
shit.
at first.
Everyone always that boy.
Who's Lawrence Taylor?
Someone better than motherfucking Michael Parsons. That's his daddy right there. That's who he looks up to. That's his idol. Could you believe it? A Cowboys player idol who he's got to look up to is a Giants player.
I think that was forced upon him, though.
Fuck yeah,
that wasn't
Liz.
like,
Fuck
you know
yeah,
what I
Liz.
mean?
We
Like,
already know. You know who put that on him. That was unnamed now.
you know who is on his way to being canceled.
Yeah,
And
who's
with that
that?
being said, from this Dak to Dak Prescott and the boys here at Bought In, we appreciate you tuning in to the wild card episode.
Eagles Super Bowl champs 2023.
Hey.
Book it.
Maybe 2033, and we'll call it then.
We'll be back again then too.
We'll see you guys. Appreciate you
Peace.
tuning in.